How's it going, everybody? My name is Sai, and today we are checking out Orbit Culture's album Nija. Now, this came out last year. Lost my radar. It was completely off my radar until somebody brought it in on Twitch, told me to check it out, and the response I got was pretty overwhelming. Everybody told me to check out a bunch of songs, but I noticed most of them were all from this album, so I just figured, fuck it, let's do the whole thing. We're doing it live, let's go. And yeah, I'm expecting some crushing heaviness, because that's basically what I got when I heard the song Nensha. So, without further ado, let's just check out some Orbit Culture and not BS around anymore, huh? Already, okay. Already the production is just punching through my esophagus. The way they're mixing up those guitar lines, dude. Almost forgot they had cleans, actually. The way he ends up that chorus almost has like a little bit of a Celtic flair to it. I kind of dig that a lot, actually. His voice is super enjoyable, dude. It's not only that it's like in this kind of music with more meat on it than most clean singing voices have in this genre, but there's just little twists he does with his accent that are great. Come on, kill me, murder me, chorus me. Touché. Such a good chorus, though. I'm not even upset. Good fucking chorus. Oh yeah, kill him on those leads. Let's go. All right, that was pretty fucking. Oh, 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 oh. What is that sound? It's like almost like an electronic sting there. Interesting. This is a much heavier groover. I like it. It'll kill that tempo a little. Well, isn't that pleasing? Oh, I love that comes in with the fucking lead guitars going off in the corners and a little bit of, I'm not sure if it's lead guitar or like synth playing, but there's something like higher pitched in there. It's really nice. Ah, that just feels good. Feels good for your soul after it just got crushed a little. It's great. So the unsuspecting winner of this so far is the choruses. I wasn't expecting to be so wowed by the choruses, but I really love these choruses. We obviously love this bit, but oh, the fucking artillery fire, dude. And they slow it back down, man. This song really covers all the aspects I'm liking about this band so far in one nice, neat little package. Ah, okay. God, that drum just fucking crushes. It really just comes down to the way it's mixed too, man. All these instrumental lines are powerful, but they're mixed powerfully. Everything hits you like a fucking train. Everything has such weight and impact. God. I need a moment to fucking breathe and be able to talk. Holy shit, dude. Breaking me. Oh, come on. No, there's a moment to breathe. And now I don't even know what to talk about because I'm so shook. It's good. Relentless. Oh. Ooh. Hold on. He's actually getting a little glorious here. Oh, that lick, dude. Whoa. God, it's good. Oh. Gee, what are you doing to me, games? Behold.
In the essence of the fire, I tried so hard to keep the feeling, keep the demon.
Unexpected.
The fallen society.
Okay, he's gonna bring it back up. Alright. I was like, I wasn't expecting it to stop far this early, but it could fake out. Here we are. Sort of. Very interestingly chill here. And yet, even in this chill track, production remains the same. So we still got those drums just shaking the foundation of these things every time they hit. So weighty. Oh, Jesus. Come on. This is just a massive fucking chorus, dude. Tight fucking guitar work. The instrumentalists of this band are utterly incredible. The singers got really great voices, but the fucking instrumentals are just such a powerhouse. So you cap off a relatively powerful ballad banger. Some fucking intensity. A fucking steaming kettle synth. Hell yeah. I'm gonna need a fucking massage after this. Like, goddamn. I need a fucking break. I thought that was gonna be my break. That's probably gonna be the only thing close to a break I'm getting to. Good God. Alright, they changed the bass quite interestingly. Hey, he says a little head fieldish right there. Hey, Master of Puppets, I'm pulling your string. I'm so sorry. Christ. Good God, man. Those horror synths? What? See, here's the thing that's getting me about this. A lot of heavy music usually comes out of sacrifice, you know. Whether the lyricism takes a hit, it gets repetitive, you know, or inventiveness takes a hit. A lot of heavy bands come with that cost. This is not coming at that cost. Every song, while being insanely heavy on every single track, is bringing in some very interesting elements each time. And every single riff sets itself apart. They go for a different kind of vibe despite it always being heavy. You've got like speed heavy, you've got groove heavy, you've got pounding marching tone heavy. Like this is so much. A lot of different percussion and they're mixing with the drums. A lot of clicking wood poles or something like that. Okay, man. Oh, here we go. We were chilling out too much. We have to give you a good old Orbit Culture style pounding. Phrasing. Not like that, you perverts. Go to jail. No. Oh, God. Oh, God. And then Nensha, fucking beautiful song. Incoming. Somehow it feels heavier than it did the last time I heard it. I don't know how, but it do. So I gotta tell you, I'm not perfectly honest what they're talking about. Like, there's a lot of talk about the living dead, and it's a very archaic speech. So I want to say they may be talking about some sort of mythos, something like related to their culture maybe, I don't know, but I won't comment on that. I'll just comment that some of these lyrics are perfect for this kind of music. It's just super tough, you know what I mean? It's just tough, it's brutal. Slitting throats and drinking blood, all that good shit. I think I said this in my reaction for the song, but I'm going to point it out again. The way they produce that drop is crazy. They have like a building like rush into the bassy kind of thump of the drop. And they've done it a couple times in this album. It's like purely production. Super cinematic, man. It feels like a massive door has just been fucking slammed shut in front of your face. And it's like reverberating through a fucking like chamber or something. It's just so big and heavy. They know what mood they're going for, and they are utilizing every tool at their disposal to get it. And that is key. Rebirth. I'm gonna need to be reborn after that. I'm gonna need some help waking back up, cause like goddamn, catatonic, dude. My son. Every time I hear clean guitars, I'm like, oh, am I gonna get a little bit of a reprieve? No. There are no breaks on the Orbit Culture train. This production, again, now it's using elements that usually you get like atmospheric, soothing metalcore, and it's gone. This is a very metalcore sounding song structure and chorus sound. Interesting. Good interesting though. I'm still enjoying it a lot. This climax is so powerful. Don't say it. That synth is beautiful there too. Every little detail here stands out with such success. It's really crazy, honestly. Like, it's really... If I could finish the thought, that'd be amazing, but I guess we're gonna have to say that for the end. Oh, yeah, that's the first thing I'm not like totally thrilled with. That was the first time where I actually went. The rest so far, brilliant, 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 brilliant. Oh my god, that transition was just a bit odd for me. I don't know. War drums, bomb. The aliens are coming. These songs are so long, but it doesn't always feel like it because they act in movements. And the movements are so distinct. While keeping similar themes and feelings, it really moves the song along. Well. drum roll's so good. Fuck. This build. Come on. I want to die. Kill me. Take me. I just want to die. No. There's a lot of builds to nothingness. Very, very defiant of expectations. I'm not sure it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's interesting. And instead of killing me, they lift me up into the heavens with a powerful, powerful riff, fantastic horns, and soaring vocals. Even the little details like his added screams here, the hair screaming in the back, adds so much feeling to it. Good God. Fuck. Is this my reprieve? This is my reprieve at the end of the album. They're just like, here you go. Have some nice violins. You've already took the reaming, but have some lotion now. The mixing of everything is so good. I just can't. This album is... Oh, hey. We're not going there yet. And there's a reason why we're not going there. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. So that was Orbit. Fuck me. God fucking damn it. That was Orbit Cultures, Nija. And that was fucking very solid. Now you might notice I got to a bonus track and I said, we're done. We're stopping it. There's a reason for that. So I have this philosophy that bonus tracks are like a added little gift at the end of an album. But I'm here to review the album, right? So that song at the end there, the Set Us Free, was definitely an ending. That was the end of the album. Everything afterwards, while probably very good songs on their own, would not be contributing to the structure of the album very well, so I'm leaving them out. I've already listened to Wargblood on stream. Unfortunately, somebody dropped some personal details on the chat, so I couldn't upload it, but... Mute the Silent I'll have to listen to at another time and upload my reaction to that. But let's get on to the actual album now. The album was punishing. Incredibly punishing. I expected as such, considering Nensha was probably one of the heaviest songs I've heard this year. Mind you, I haven't heard Brand of Sacrifice's new album yet, so that's going to be a thing. But needless to say, this is definitely out there, and I think it might even get heavier than said Brand of Sacrifice album, just because the nature of the heaviness, it isn't enough that it is guitars pummeling and just fierceness in the vocals in general and drums that sound like if I played them on the speakers my fucking housing would start to fall apart and crumble. It's the way it's all constructed and produced. Everything has this immense weight. When the drums come in, they punch you in the fucking face. When the bass drops, it drops with a deafening thud of like a giant's foot slamming down in front of you. Everything is epic. It feels epic. It feels like you're going to war against impossible odds. It is so massive and immense. And even that violin is kind of just like the most gentle little reprieve you can get at the end of a war, essentially. And even then, it has such a tension that you would think more is to come. And maybe that counteracts what I said about the deluxe tracks, but still, stand by that. Good God. What surprised me the most, though, is how not boring this is now. For those of you who tune into my streams, I've made my opinions about certain subgenres of deathcore pretty known, which, to sum them up, with deathcore, I get pretty fucking bored pretty often, because I find that a lot of bands like to ape the same tricks off of each other. Not saying metalcore is any better. Metalcore back in the 2010s did this horribly, where like there was dozens of bands that did all the same shit. You had Attack, and then you had 20 bands like Attack. You had, your more traditional metalcore bands, and you had 20 bands that sounded exactly the same way. You know, I think deathcore is just in that phase, and hopefully with these more recent releases starting to crawl out of it, we'll have to see. My point is, though, that this is not either of those things. This kind of reminds me a little bit more of, like, it's like a weird, interesting fusion of two genres that shouldn't... I shouldn't say shouldn't. It's a weird fusion of genres that I've always thought were pretty similar in nature, and that's metalcore and melodeath. Alright? So, metalcore and melodeath, what do they have in common? A fusion of screen vocals and clean vocals, pretty similar structures where they're very heavily led by lead guitars. This kind of same ebb and flow with the chorus structures, unless the band is innovating, of course, which we love innovation here. And so I find it interesting that Orbit Culture does something that is more interesting because I haven't seen it done yet, and I would have thought I would by now. And that's combining the two pretty heavily. You've got your As They Lay Dying speed and intensity, and different like lead licks during the verses and the choruses, but then you've got that kind of medieval edge of melodeath, and that higher intensity, and just kind of huevos, you know what I mean? That's really just how I can sum it up. It's got balls. It's definitely a fucking hefty, vicious album. And that alone is enough to make it super solid. But they do one better, because every single track stands out, man. I remember each and every one of those tracks distinctly, and even on some of the best of albums, I have troubles remembering a specific passage or a specific song. So it's really impressive to me that all the guitar work and the different vocal inflections and the different styles of adding in the mixed elements despite keeping the same overall production throughout the whole thing really pays off and makes for an interesting listen. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be summing up my thoughts on this. It was punishingly heavy, it was very intense, and yet refreshingly mixed as far as different sounds go, and keeping it interesting. It is 45 minutes, so it's not exactly like the longest album in the world, but what's there flew by. I honestly did not realize we were at the end until a violin song started playing, and I was like, oh shit, we done. As far as structure-wise, they're not doing anything crazy with concepting. You know, they had a pretty even keel of intensity throughout the whole thing. The shadowing did feel a little bit triumphant at the end, so I did get a little bit of that climatic feel. Set Us Free, definitely winding things down and adding a little bit of atmosphere to the end, but overall pretty naturally structured album, very revolving around the songs and the merit of the songs individually, which is never a bad thing, by the way. If you have a bunch of interesting songs with merit that don't sound too weird when juxtaposed together, it's totally worth not really being too fussed about album structure. So overall, huge fan of that. Really great fucking album. Thank you guys for putting me onto that. If you like this album, obviously go buy it. Go support Orbit Culture, and whatever music they put out in the future. I certainly am going to be keeping my eyes peeled for that, as well as possibly checking out the Red Fog EP in the future, because a lot of people also recommended that. However, I do, for those of you who follow me before this, you know I have no issues with going into even older material with bands. Material that is not necessarily the popular material. I just like to start with the popular one to kind of get a gauge for why people like it. And I understand why Orbit Culture's been buzzing lately, for sure. So yeah, that's going to be all for me on this album. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy that, feel free to drop, your usual YouTube shit. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, even though it doesn't work half the time. You can also follow me on Twitter and or join a Discord. I have a Discord server that we talk about music a lot. We do some gaming stuff. We do a lot of different things. I'm kind of expanding it every day because the channel is beginning to slowly expand in scope. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for that and enjoy the ride with me. But if you guys aren't and you're just here for this album, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Also, just for those of you who are interested, I do stream on Twitch every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We bring in music. You can request any of your songs there. If you want to get an Orbit Culture deep cut requested there, you can do that. If you want to do something completely different, again, you can do that. Thank you for watching. Bye.